There is a cat wandering around. So if things wobble, it's his fault, which I imagine they're probably doing right now. Hi, it's Jade, and today I'm going to be talking about the books that I'm hoping to read in May. I don't know if people usually put books on their TBR multiple times, like in videos. I mean, people do that, you know, if they haven't got to it, it's still on their TBR, isn't it? But I imagine it's probably not going to be super exciting for me to explain the plot of something in multiple videos. So I'm also under the assumption that I haven't finished this by the beginning of May. So this could be a moot point, but I don't think by the beginning of May I will have managed to finish The Once and Future Witches. So just straight off the bat, this is back on the TBR, but it's not going to go on the main stack because it's meh. So the buzzword prompt for May is a book with a direction in the title. I think I may have gone a little bit liberal with the meaning for this one, but this is the closest thing I had to a direction in the title. I don't think any books that say east, west or whatever on them, so instead I'm going to go with Straight On Till Morning by Liz Braswell. So the straight on is the direction. This is one of the Disney Twisted Tales. This is a Peter Pan one, and it's asking the question of what would have happened if Wendy went to Neverland with Captain Hook instead of Peter Pan. That's all I know about it. It's been I have 3 Twisted Tales on my shelves and I haven't read any of them, so this is a good thing. If I don't like this, I probably won't like the others. I'm clearly they're middle grade to new adult levels, so I don't know. We will see, but I'm still looking forward to it. Because for the past couple of months I've had just stacks of really big books, I've gone with one of the smaller classics for this month, and that is Persuasion by Jane Austen. This is for a new to you book from a favourite classic author. So Jane Austen is my favourite classic author, and I've never read Persuasion before. This, as with I think all Jane Austen books, is a romance. It's about the main characters are, what's her name? Anne Elliot and Frederick Wentworth, who were madly in love, but Anne's parents were no, you can't marry him, he's just a lowly naval officer, we're going to dissolve your engagement, and so it's reuniting with them a couple of years later, where Frederick is now a captain, so he's raised in the ranks and everything, and Anne is still madly in love with him, and about them reconciling and stuff like that. So when I'm not the biggest fan, I don't think, of contemporary romance. I love a good classic romance, so already looks so much more manageable than the past couple of months worth of books. We're going to go on to the books I'm going to pick for the Pop Sugar Challenge. I did just remember that Straight On Till Morning fulfills a prompt, which is a book set in a parallel reality. So this is the parallel reality of Peter Pan, but if Wendy went with Captain Hook, so I feel that fits quite well. We're going to do a romance by a BIPOC author, and that is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alias Sains. Just gonna have to accept the fact that I cannot pronounce anybody's name. I'm going to try and get better at that, so I apologise. This is also going to be for the prompt of a book with a constellation on the cover. We've got stars and constellations in the background and stuff. So I guess also when I said I don't like romances, I don't like straight romances. So the fact that this is a queer romance, I'm already excited for it. So I feel this is a opposites attract kind of thing. Aristotle and Dante are people from different walks of life. They have nothing really in common, but they strike up a friendship and then find out that maybe they've got more in common than they thought, and then from that, I assume, blooms romance. Look at that nice manageable stack. Come on. Next we're going to go with a book about a secret, and I have been told that The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo fits that prompt. This is by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've been wanting to read something by Taylor Jenkins Reid for a long time. I want to read Daisy Jones and the Six. I have it on audiobook at the moment. Probably, I don't know whether I'll have finished it by the end of April once again. Filming these slightly in advance of like the end of the month means that I shouldn't talk about like the previous months. That's coming in the next video anyway. So this follows a starlet from the 1950s, Evelyn Hugo. She's sort of coming to the end of her, I don't know, time in the spotlight, and so she employs a reporter to tell her story, her life story, and it's all about like the scandals and the secrets and everything like that happened throughout her life. So yes, I'm anticipating a lot of like 1950s glamour, that kind of golden era of Hollywood type thing, and yes, looking forward to it. Can you tell that I'm actively not trying to use the word excited in this? I mean, I'm excited to read all of these, but I felt like that was getting repetitive for me to be like, yes, I'm excited to read this, because like, why else would I have it on my TBR or in my house? Like, I feel like this is going to be quite a short video because I'm talking really fast and I don't really know why. I mean, my TBRs tend to be shorter than normal, but meh. And then this one I had a bit of trouble with. I went onto the Pop Sugar Goodreads page to see if any of the books on my shelves followed this, because I feel like this prompt you wouldn't know unless you've already read it. But this is a book with a misleading title, and so we are going with Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid, which, considering the fact that this is about a woman of colour, a woman of colour who is babysitting a white girl, and then when they're in the supermarket she gets accused of kidnapping that child. Yes, probably not such a fun age. So this is a book all about, you know, racism in America and stuff like that, and it's got these beautiful sprayed edges. Yeah, so a book about privilege, a book about racism, and like this stuff happens in real life, so important read, I think. Well, I just absolutely blitzed through that. Yeah, this, I feel like this, we'll just compare it to one of the books I read last month and see how much this one book like fits with the rest of the stack, and like look at that. Look at that. So much more relaxed reading month. Probably gives me a good opportunity to do some mood reading as well, which I've kind of missed. I've wanted to read all the ones on my TBR, but I feel like part of me feels like if I haven't read all the ones on my TBR in the month that I said I was going to read them, I feel like a bit of a failure, which is weird considering that this is a hobby and I should just be having fun with it. So I'm going to work on that. But yes, that is my stack of books for this month, and it's so much lighter, so much, yes. But yes, I have books that I've like borrowed from people. I have a couple of library books that I want to read as well, so it probably will be more than just this 5 as it normally is, but yeah. Okay. So, have you read any of the books that are on my TBR? Did you love them? Did you hate them? Do you think I'm going to enjoy them based on other things that I've read? If you liked this video, maybe consider giving it a like. That was really flaky, I apologise. If you enjoyed this video, maybe consider giving it a like, and maybe subscribe if you want to see more videos that I've done and be told when I'm, you know, doing other videos in the future. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see me post pictures and short reviews of books as I'm reading them. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.